Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin and I like motorbikes. And today we're looking at my 2024 Husky Norden 901 Expedition. I have had this bike now for a couple of years and I've been making modifications to make it work for what I want to do with it. And what I want to do more with it is take it off-road. Meaning off pavement, onto gravel, onto dirt, onto forest tracks, whatever. So, and there's several videos about that on this channel, which you're welcome to check out, and I hope you do. But today, we're going to talk about luggage. Now, if you're new to the adventure motorcycling community, you'll find a lot of stuff everywhere on luggage, types of luggage. What's the best kind of luggage? What kind of luggage should you buy? And to be honest with you, I heard something the other day that resonated with me. And it was said by the president of the Los Angeles Lakers on the High Side, Low Side podcast with Zach Quartz and Spurgeon Dunbar, from Revzilla. And his name is Tim, and Tim said, when I was learning, I did a lot of education by credit card. And that's what I found as well, is that as you're finding out what works for you when it comes to motorcycling of any flavor, try and try again. And so when it comes to luggage, I have tried and I have tried again. But today I'm going to show you what I'm going to go with, at least primarily for this season, give you an idea of why, show you a quick installation of how to make that possible, and then come back and put this video to bed. So on a previous video that came out recently, I made the comment about luggage from a company called Kriega. And I mentioned that I owned that luggage but didn't necessarily want to use it because it required taking off these grab handles here at the back of the bike. I have since decided that grab handles are not something I need. And so what I'm going to be installing today on this video is the Kriega OS Base and the Kriega OS Base 18 panniers, which are 18-liter panniers, soft bags, waterproof soft bags on either side of the bike. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. In that previous video, for the very few that watched it because it was kind of crap, you would have seen me toss on some 28-liter Rhino Walk luggage. I still have that. I also have the 48 liter versions of that as well. I'm not saying I won't use that solution also, but I think Kriega is going to give me what I want, which is more of a pared down feel, lighter weight, a little easier to maneuver, and more geared to the way I want to travel on this bike. So the first thing we need to do, as I grab the wrong wrench, screwdriver, nut driver, whatever, is we need to take off my Touratech luggage rack. If you're looking for a luggage rack recommendation, don't buy this one. It's basically crap. Sorry, Touratech, you make a lot of good stuff, but this isn't one of those things. It's a metric 5 for those that are curious. And once those 4 come out, this lifts off. Now, I needed to take this off to get access to the rest of this. So let me show you what's next. All right, so what comes next is there are 4 bolts that are holding the stock Husky rack to the back of the bike, and those need to come off as well. So that's what I'm doing right now. You will not reuse this hardware. It will be swapped for hardware from Kriega in the kit, and I'll show you that kit here in a second. Now you can see that this left-hand side is just loose, and let's take off the right-hand side as well by breaking that by breaking that free. So there go our grab handles. Luckily I didn't want those. I'm gonna figure out how not to need those. So if you're riding with me this year, I drop the bike, you're gonna see me figure that out. All right, so in the Kriega OS Base kit, you get the base itself, which is going to sit on the back of the bike and kind of fold down over like this and create a point for the bags to attach to. Pretty straightforward there. You get bolts. So you get replacement M8 55 millimeter bolts to replace what you took out. You get washers. You get some M6 16 millimeter. All these are going to be Torx heads. You get some loops, which are installed so that you can attach another 18 liter on the top and mount it to the top of the base, which gives you the total capacity of this luggage setup, which we'll talk about here in a second. You get some M6 30s, and you also get four of these spacers, which are going to raise up that piece we just took off the back. So let me clean up some of this, and actually let me show you one last thing. You also get these, and if you've installed decals or graphics, you have an idea what these are. But because we're where the OS base sits, let me actually pick you up and show you. So we have this OS base here. There you go, kind of an overhead view, might be a little easier to see. So the OS base, when it comes over, and the reason why these hand guards had to go away, is that it come down and it wants to rub here on this, on these white plastic kind of rear side covers. And because of that, they want to give you something to protect your plastic from the rubbing. Again, this is not abrasive, but it's also meant not to move, and because of that it grips, and because if it grips, has the chance to rub off decals, plastic, etc. So basically you put these over that. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll look at doing the installation of the hardware. All right, so we're looking at the bottom of the stock Husky luggage carrier, and I wanted to show you real quick something that won't be able to see very well here in a little bit. Something that's a little bit confusing to me is that these are the luggage loops or the straps if you want to put that top bag on the OS base. And you can see here that they have these threaded inserts on the bottom that aren't really being used for anything. And so that's where Kriega has you install the long ones up here and the shorter ones back here. So real quick, just to show you that, because you're not gonna be able to see it once this is flipped back over, as this is currently upside down. Something else that we're gonna also check out is if we do flip this over, you'll see that I have these inserts that were part of the TourTech installation. So it allowed me to put on what I've already said is a crap luggage rack, but it is the one I have. So I'm hoping I can still use those, but let's go find out. All right, so as a bit of an update, pardon the camera shadow. The darker bolt here is the one that came with the Kriega kit I would have showed you. The lighter one is the one from the TourTech kit. I may have to eat my words. I may actually have to reuse the TourTech hardware. Good thing I didn't destroy it, because the Kriega kit kit bolts are not long enough to fit through the spacer I need to install my the top for my TourTech luggage rack. So let me see what I can come up with, and I'll report back. All right, so it's been a few minutes while I had to figure out some, we're gonna call them engineering difficulties, because that's the word, because engineering is what we're gonna call this, and not just a bastardization of probably well-meaning instructions. So you'll notice that I have my TourTech luggage rack carrier back on here. Luggage rack is still sitting here. You'll notice that it's fastened. You'll notice that this is attached relatively well, actually. And if you look in there, you'll see we have these black spacers that would have come from, show you the other side, would have come from Kriega. So, to say there was some incompatibility would be an understatement. If you look at my hand, you see I have these 4 spacers. These 4 spacers were supposed to go there, 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 and there, and they don't fit. So rather than trying to find longer bolts or go down that rat hole, which probably would have been more intelligent, I took out the spacers and made the Legacy Touratech hardware work. So yeah, it's going to fit. Should it fit? I'm not sure. Is it solid? Until it's not. Do is wipe the plastic here, just a wet wipe, just a cleaning wipe to get whatever dust and other crap is off of here. We'll let that dry. I'll go ahead and do the other side, just take my word for it. All right, so you can see that it basically fits here, covering this Norden 901 decal. So let me peel it. Yeah, I'm not going to screw this up. There's no way I could screw this up. And now let me apply it. I wouldn't trust me to apply graphics to your motorcycle, your car, your kid's birthday party, or anything else, but I'm just protecting my plastics. I think this is probably okay. Then there's this kind of off-angle triangle piece that goes up here. And something like that. Again, not perfect. Didn't really kind of think it would be, just meant to protect from the straps and the setup of this OS base. So I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll actually install the OS base. All right, and here we have our OS base installed. So I'll need to neaten up the straps here where I tightened it up, but I wanted to show you some of the features, some of the things that make this a really quality piece of kit. There are my Rottweiler luggage strap plates. Installing those was a joy. There's a video on the channel. If you're interested, go check that out. And you can see we have these steel buckles, or aluminum, but very high quality metal buckles, both down here at the lower mount point and up here at the upper mount point. They slide through and they wrap around the stock Husky luggage carrier. And they have these very high quality cam buckle tensioners. Yeah, just super, super high quality. You can see how body hugging that is. So we'll still probably leave this giant loop exhaust guard on here. I think it makes sense. But let me toss the bags on and I will show you what that finished product looks like. All right, so I got the brake side or the right side bag attached here, and I wanted to show you how that works, what it looks like, and then maybe I'll set the camera down and let you watch me do the other one. They're not the easiest things to put on, but they are very stable, and I like that, so I think it's worth, I think it's probably worth dealing with the other. So you can see again that we have these metal buckles that are just super stable, super well built. I'm gonna pop this back here. You can see it slides through the base itself. You have 2 on each side, 2 on this top side, and then 2 on the bottom side. Do the same thing. Again, I think the exhaust card is probably still going to be necessary. This is the OS 18. Inside of a bag, it's actually a pretty good sized bag, and it is 18 liters, so it should be. You've got this black, really well-made bag, and you've got this white dry liner that fits inside and basically is basically a skin-tight fit, as it were. You can get in here. You could put more than enough in here to go away, and depending how you pack, to go away for a while. It's a roll top. You can see where it rolls and will clasp over. And then the sides obviously clasp down here. So you can put anywhere from an OS 6 to an OS 12, obviously 6 liters and 12 liters respectively, up to an OS 18. And you can put either a 6, 12, or 18 up on top, which is why we installed those loops that I talked about earlier. Getting these big fabric, these big nylon loops through this base the first time was not the most fun thing I've ever done. So something to keep in mind is I'm guessing it will get easier as you kind of loosen up those holes where these go. But yeah, it takes some doing, but again, this is not going to move a lot when you're riding off-load, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Something else to mention here with this, with these Kriega OS bags is that they pack down very thin. This is out of the box. This bag packs very thin. You can strap them down tight. So if you want to leave these on here and you're riding, you don't have anything in there, or maybe you need to throw a piece of paper, go to the UPS store, go to the mailbox, whatever. These pack down really thin, so you just leave them on there, and honestly, they're kind of a pain in the butt to take on and off, so maybe you will leave it on there, but all right. So I'm gonna pop these off of their buckles. They do come with cable keepers or I should say, not cable keepers, but strap keepers. So they do give you a place to kind of roll up your straps so you don't have to be fighting with straps blowing all over the place when you're headed down the road on the trail. Put this out here. And finally, pop this one off here. Slip these through. All right. So we have this kind of neon yellow greenish thing on the side. So it's obviously the outside. Pop these through here. If you can, let me move you here very quickly. Sorry for that. It's a little interesting. But so you pop the strap through the OS base here. Comes up over the top here, which is why they have this additional hole here. Okay, it's like they knew what they were doing. From there, you can attach your metal buckle. I mean, all the hardware except these side clasps here for putting the straps down are metal. So really makes you feel good about it being out in the elements or dropping the bike on it or anything like that, that it's going to be able to take it. So we'll do the top here. Apologies, you may not be able to see this very well. This is the first time I'm doing this also, so guessing it gets easier, hoping it gets easier. I think that's the word I'm looking for, is hoping it gets easier. And I did loosen the base from the bike a little bit just to give me some room to pop these through, as I think anybody would do, just to make it easier to do these. All right, that one is through. We'll go ahead and attach our buckle to this loop. Again, can't say enough about how snug these are to the bike. That's what I'm going for here. I want that luggage to be very, very much form-fitting to the motorcycle. Makes it easier to get down tighter trails, but it also makes it makes that footprint a little bit smaller, which on an ADV bike, even a mid-size ADV bike like the Norden is helpful. So, all right, let's come down here and we'll do this. I don't know if I can do this from, do this blind or not. We're gonna try. Maybe we won't, maybe we'll just do it with so we can see to make it easier. Make less of a fool out of myself. Still a good amount of foolishness, just less. There's that. And then we'll do this last lower rear. That was easy enough, that went through. Once you get some muscle memory, it's not very difficult to do it. So there's that. Now if I want to load or unload this bag, all I need to do is pop that clasp there, pop these two side clasps. The bag unrolls. As I showed you before, I still have that white liner. I have these cam buckles here where I can loosen. And widen these bags out and then tighten them down. So you can see that. I can make the bag a little wider if I need to put things in it, as you would if you were packing. Have that same white waterproof liner I showed you on the right side. And there we go. We have our OS Base plus our 18-liter side bags attached. Now we just go ahead and tighten these straps up here on the base and screw the grab handles. I'll pick the bike up with these. Geez, they're not going to go anywhere. They're super strong. Yeah, I look forward to using them, like the streamlined look of the bike, and yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me put my luggage rack back on, make sure that fits. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing if I do all this and then the luggage rack still doesn't fit? I'm not sure I would care at this point because I really do like the way these fit on the bike. So let me do that, and I will come back and finish this video up. All right, so here we go. We have our Kriega OS Base installed. We have our two OS 18 dry bags installed. Our Touratech luggage rack, such as it is, installed. And our grab handles on the floor in various states of messiness. So we'll pick those up and clean that up. But here we go. Yeah, I'm super happy with the way this looks. I think performance-wise, it's going to be great. Those luggage strap plates, those Rottweiler luggage strap plates, are doing exactly what I would want them to do. It's nice not having passenger pegs back there. It's nice not having grab handles until I need them, in which case it's probably not going to be nice, but it's all right. So yeah, here we go. That's what I'm going to go for. Probably stick a dry bag of some sort on the back. Maybe a giant loop Tillamook, which is gray, so that'll completely go with the look. Yeah, I'm joking about the color, not about doing it, because effectiveness over color every day. But yeah, so there we have it. That is my Kriega OS 18 36-liter luggage setup on the Norden 901. This happens to be the Expedition, but I think it would work just fine on a standard Norden. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully you learned something. Maybe you learned you don't want Kriega. Maybe you learned you do. Either way, I bought these with my own money. There's 24 of you subscribed right now, so I'm not sponsored by any stretch of the imagination. I am learning by credit card, which is sometimes the best, albeit most painful way of doing it. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider liking the video. It really helped me out. And if you're interested in what else I got coming up, including where that's going and what's replacing it, subscribe, because there's plenty more to come. If the weather is conducive to riding where you're at, we have sun again today, which is nice. We've had rain the last few days. Still a little cold, but I think it would be a great day for a ride. But if this weather is conducive to riding where you are, please do so safely. And for everyone else, I will see you in the next one.